Please welcome back to the Tam Fam new bride, Paris Hilton from her home in Los Angeles. Hey Paris, thank you for joining us.
Hi, you look beautiful. I love that outfit, so chic.
Oh, thank you. So do you. You're glowing, of course. How does it feel? All of the wedding, the honeymoon now behind you. How do you feel?
I just feel like I'm on top of the world. I'm so just happy and excited to be a wife and just to start this next phase of my life. And he's just my perfect dream guy.
Oh my God, you know what? I was excited to have you back on for follow-up after the wedding because our conversation really struck me. And we did a show inspired by your words regarding letting walls down a little bit later because so many people understand and can relate to the walls that keep us from finding love. When you finally said I do, and it was a reality that you had gotten married, no cold feet, how did that feel for you?
It just felt like it was meant to be, and that he is my twin flame and my soulmate. And I'm just happy that I was patient and that I found my perfect match.
How did you know that all of the work that you'd put into bringing down those walls, how did you know that this was the right time? I know that Carter was worried because you'd called off the engagement before that you might be the runaway bride again, but this time you stayed in there and you finished it out.
Yeah, before I was with him, I was definitely not ready for love, just like you were saying, having those walls up and not letting anyone in. And then after doing my documentary and just learning so much about myself, and then with him, just those walls just came crashing down. And I'm so grateful to have done that documentary because I don't even know if I would be married today if it wasn't for that. So it's just been really a healing experience, and I am just so excited for what's to come.
I know, and there's so much to come out. Before we talk about the what's next, I do want to talk about how you were able to do the work and bringing down those walls. I think a lot of people, again, you're Paris Hilton, you're getting married on a gajillion-dollar estate that was owned by your family. That's one side of you, but the heart is the heart, and fear is fear. And there was a fear that you faced of bringing down this wall to open up. How do you describe getting past it? What was that moment?
I think just the way he's always been with me ever since the first day that we started dating, it was just like, I felt like we'd known each other in past lives. It was just like this really amazing connection that I'd never had with someone. And just how kind and patient and supportive he is of me. And he lifts me up. And I've just grown so much with him these past 2 years that it's like I don't even recognize the person that I was before. He really just made me the woman that I always was meant to be.
Do you have advice for other people who may have walls, how to bring them down? What's your advice?
To not let your past dictate your present. Because I think a lot of people, if they've been in certain relationships where they've been hurt, they will automatically assume that everyone is like that. And it's not that way. There is good guys out there, good girls. So I think it's just really about giving people a chance and letting them in. I think that would be my advice.
When we come back, we talked a bit about having children, what's next in that realm of her life. Well, Paris has an update on where things stand and also her relationship with her mother, how things have really improved as a result of Paris walking into her own, being her own person with her own voice after the break.
Whoa, what's all this?
I am just prepping, being inspired, coming up with ideas. Since you called me the absentee bride, I decided to channel some bridal vibes in the white.
So what are the mood boards?
These are the wedding dresses.
You do look great in white.
Thank you, baby. What are you gonna do when you see me walking down the aisle in one of these?
I am definitely gonna cry. You know that. But you told me I can't cry because then you're gonna cry.
Yeah, don't cry.
Welcome back. We've been talking with Paris Hilton, who is glowing, basking in the glow of her recent wedding and honeymoon to husband, Carter Reum. So I'm curious now, Paris, I know that you told Carter no tears. Who cried first at the wedding?
Carter was bawling. As soon as he was about to walk down the aisle, I was watching him and it was just in like hysterics crying.
And is it infectious? Did you cry too?
I was like trying to hold it in because after seeing him, and then I'm hearing Kim Petras singing Stars Are Blind, and that got me super emotional, but I did not want to ruin that mascara, so I kept it all in.
You're like, not on this wedding day. Listen, as I said, I so appreciate the fact that you've been so transparent about this journey, including the conversation regarding children. And you told me that you'd love to start a family, that you froze your eggs. Where are you now on that part of the journey, even though you just wrapped up the honeymoon?
We cannot wait to start a family. We're so excited. We are just trying to find time in my schedule because I have so many projects going on. It's insane. I just launched my media company, 1111 Media. So it's been a lot of work, but it's something that's so important to me. So I'm going to make time for it. So you'll be seeing little Paris or little Carter soon.
Well, I mean that's real talk. You have this successful career, and people often ask, especially women, how do you balance it? There is no balance. But when you say finding the right time, what does that look like for you? Do you have a definition of what the right time is?
I would love for it to be this year,
Wow.
but we will see what happens. But he's just going to be the best dad, and I just know that I made the perfect choice finding my perfect match.
Well, as you prepare for parenthood, we learn a lot from our parents, and I know that you and your own mother have had your ups and downs like any mother-daughter, but particularly when you opened up about the treatment that you endured while being sent away. Your mother has now apologized to you publicly and privately about things that she said she did not know. What is the relationship like?
We are just so much closer now. You know, that was something that was traumatizing to have went through, and something that has been such a painful subject for us both to talk about. So I'm just so grateful to have been able to finally speak to her about it and have her watch my documentary and understand what I went through, and just to hear her say sorry for the first time meant the world to me, because it's something I've been waiting for a very long time.
I mean, since you've shined a light on what they refer to as this troubled teen industry and the culture of abuse when kids who are having a challenging time are sent off to some of these behavioral camps, I'm sure you've seen Roseanne Barr's daughter, Jenny Pentland, recently talk to People magazine about what she also encountered from one of these agencies. How does it feel to see your impact even continue?
It makes me happy that I was brave to tell my story, and it's opening up the door for other people to feel comfortable to say what they went through. So the more awareness is raised, the better. And I'm just so proud that so far, because of this, we passed 7 state laws. So everything that happened to myself would be illegal. And now we're taking it to a federal level and hoping to pass legislation this year on that.
You've been tireless in making sure that this conversation does not go away, because it does continue in some of these facilities. Before I let you go, though, talking about a busy schedule, you are now jumping into the NFT business, the non-fungible token business, which for people who are still trying to wrap their heads around it, it's a digital version of something. It can be art, music, a tweet, for example. So now you're launching in. Why is this so appealing?
I love this space. I launched my first NFT in 2020, and then my last one was the #1 highest selling female artist. So I was so excited for that. And then we just did my next drop with Super Plastic. They are amazing. It was such a successful drop. And I love art, especially digital art, and just supporting all the artists in this space. It's just the future of art.
Well, you had 3 wedding dresses. Will one of them end up NFT?
Maybe. We were talking about that, so we'll see.
All right. Thank you, Paris, for joining us again. Congratulations on the wedding and all of the wonderful things to come. And we hope you stop by with another announcement, no pressure, whenever that time appropriately comes, okay?
Thank you. And I love that you're doing an episode on love. It's so perfect.
Oh, it is. It is. And be sure to catch the episodes of Paris's new reality series, Paris in Love, on Peacock TV, and her new podcast, Trapped in Treatment, which exposes some of the controversial practices used in dealing with troubled teens. That is streaming now.